midnight shadow 切り裂くアクセルきしむハイウェイシティ助手席うつむくお前のルール色の憂いといだライフのような俺は包み込んだマイスイートペイペロ出るようなパストじゃフューチャー俺が向い変えてやるさ行こうぜ二人きりのエデン1億2億100億のキスも浴びてせやるベイベー頼んで抱いてお前を妹話はしないマシンガンキスで just fall in love Whoa. 皆さん Welcome back to Hangout with the Hanshi Fighting Streamers is back. And there we go. I wanted to start off on a bang. So that was for you swordlings. How are you all doing today? Oh. Arigato for the 500 yen. Crapers, what was it? Creeper scratch. Don't know. Arigato. Lower the music? Okay. Let's see. Like that? Hold on. I'm moving the mic as well. Oh. The camera is not... I don't know if you saw that. I'm using a new... Remember from the last fighting streamers, the camera didn't work that well. So, I have a different one now. Hopefully this will work better. Now let's see here. Oh. There we go. Chef-sama. Oh. Arigato, Ryan-san. Arigato. Really, Sugoi. Well, let's see here. Let's see all the swordlings in chat. I have a few things to talk about today. Oh, Chef-sama, I love your DBC jacket. No, this is from Naruto. Akatsuki. but arigato. Arigato. The display of SA2 and FFVII. Oh, Stachi-san. Arigato for the 500 yen. The sound might be a little bit... No, it should be fine. Oh, is Naruto that anime where they're pirates? No, no, that is One Piece. But also a really good classic manga and anime. Also part of the big three, as you all know. It consists of One Piece, Naruto, and Bleach. Those are the big three. Sound balance is fine, Sef-sama. Ganbatte. Oh, Womi-san, arigato. That's good to know. Now let's see. I am gonna... I have a list of a few things I would like to talk about. And the first topic is gonna be fighting streamers. And as you all know, I haven't had fighting streamers in a long time. This is the first one in, well, since March, I believe. And that is because I've been working on videos instead and not focusing too much on streams. I personally make videos before I do streams. But a stream like this now and then wouldn't hurt. Let me just read up on chat real quick. Your last video was very good. I will try to apply these techniques you have taught us to fight my own depression as well. Oh, Hoki-san, I hope you'll be able to figure it out. It is a pretty hard technique to learn. You might need someone else to exercise if you can't do it on your own. I'm experienced, so I know what I'm doing. But you could have a very strong connection spiritually, and you might be able to do it just fine. Most people need training, but it wouldn't hurt to at least try. Now, like I said with fighting streamers, it's something that's not gonna be happening too often. I am aiming to 1 to twice a month or so. Every other week is what I'm thinking. And I want to do one at least at the end of the month. Something like the last Sunday of the week would work pretty well. I know that Sundays from streaming last time that is pretty much the best day to stream. For most people it will be early evening, so around 6 p.m. for a lot of people, or in the middle of the day. Sef-sama, do you follow the ways of Buddhism or Shinto, or perhaps have you your own philosophy? Shinto is, of course, my what interests me the most. but Buddhism and Shinto are connected in a lot of ways. At least Japanese superior Buddhism. Chef-sama, what are the ratio of male to female viewers on your channel? Arigato. Last time I checked, I think it was 95% male, 95 or 96%. So we need more female viewers, my swordlings. We need to balance that out. So if you know any females, send them my channel and ask them to subscribe. Chigo-chan, Chef, how are you doing? I am doing quite well. I've been working on a lot of videos. I will go over those in a little bit. I'll finish up my bit about fighting streamers. Yes, like I said, I will be doing it a couple of times. Well, I'm thinking that fighting with Hangout with the Hanshi will be the theme for those streams. Because playing games doesn't really work out that well. Mostly because of my computer that I have. It's not really fit for playing games at the moment. And it's such a hassle to change between the screens and try to make everything work. So I am planning on just doing Hangout with the Hanshi for those streams. Going over what's happened over the month on the channel and stuff like that. And just talking about current events, if there has been any important one. And talking with the swordlings. That will be the theme of fighting streamers. That's my plan. And there is something I have added if you become a member. Check this out. These are the emotes. These are my exclusive member, Sephiroth Sword 57 member emojis that you can get. I am quite happy with these ones. And I think they will be really fun to use for you swordlings. I know there are a couple of members in chat right now. Make sure you like this stream if you haven't already, fellow swordlings. We need everything we can to help our Hanshi get up to 7,000 subscribers. That's right, I am really close. I'm about 60 subscribers away from 7,000 subscribers. It's really close. So yes, also you can see this is the camera we'll be using. You can see it's very wide compared to the old ones. But this is the one that I'm gonna be using. And I want to. The only thing I'm not happy with this camera is the picture quality. It could be better, as you probably see, but I'm satisfied with what I have right now. I don't have much else to say about fighting streamers other than become a member today, and you can get those emojis to use not just in chat, but in YouTube comments in general. Now, next topic. Or before we go there, let me read up on chat. Sef-sama, Northern Basu-san joined earlier in the stream, but I don't think you welcomed his new swording. Oh, there was nothing showed up for it. Well, arigato for becoming a member, Northern-san. Arigato. Steph, have you considered getting a tattoo? No, because only Yakuza gets tattoos, and they are criminals. So that is something I have don't want to consider or have thought about. Can you high five the screen, Sef-sama? All right. So, next. Here's the next topic. New videos. So, as you sortlings know, I made my comeback. Was it 2 months ago? There has been 5 videos on the channel so far since. And I am planning to upload even more. There will be a lot of videos. And if you somehow missed the videos, go and check out the channel. The first one was the comeback video, which was the Tetris review. And that video you should definitely check out if you haven't. It's an in-depth, objective analysis of the video game Tetris. I made an update video where I go over a lot of well, there's a lot of information I go over in that video, and I suggest that you go check it out. It is still relevant. For the third one, that was a little bit of a quick update video. I'm not gonna go over it too much. You can go and check it out. It's an announcement. And the fourth one was the tea video I made as a response to what is even his name? Sea Dog VA. I made a response video to him where I put him in his place and I drank a lot of really awful Hidoi British tea. That one you should definitely check out. And well, for the last one, I made a video about curing depression, and that one I think is a very important opportunity that I got with Joachim, and I talked to him earlier today, and he's doing better already. It might take a couple of days for it to settle in properly once you've gotten rid of the yokai, but it is something that is going to improve your life. Even if you aren't depressed and you're feeling stressed out or you're feeling out of breath and tired, it could be the work of a yokai. I think that guy is faking his love for Japan, Does he even love Japan? He seems to just be complaining about it every time. Every time I open a video of his, it's always complaining. He also had a podcast where he complains about Japanese culture, Japanese work ethics, and such. Now, I'm sorry I had to drink that British tea. Honestly, you don't have to torture yourself for us. Well, it was awful. It was truly awful, but I think it made for an important video. So it was worth it. My hope is that you will eventually review the super popular Super Sugoi Monster Hunter games. The ones for PS2 and PSP, not Nintendo. Yes, and on the PS4 as well. Yes, they shouldn't be allowed in Japan if they behave like that. It's hard for the Japanese government to know if you're there on a vacation, but if you live there, they should have a say in what if you should stay there or not. Can you put some finger guns at the screen like this? Chef-sama, any news on Gaiden episode 2? No news. I already put up a goal on my Patreon for when I will be able to properly work on Gaiden. I've put up a bunch of different goals on the Patreon. You can check it out in the description. It's mostly for being able to. My biggest goal right now is to reach 500 on there, so that I will be able to work more on videos and don't have to work as much part-time. That is the big goal. But I will definitely be working on Gaiden as soon as I can, and I'm allowed to, and have the right budget for it, and manpower. Tei-san, I am doing well. What is your favorite Akatsuki member? For me personally, it definitely is the best member and my favorite character in all of Naruto, Itachi. Uchiha Itachi. The best character in any anime and manga ever. Senpai, notice me please. I have noticed you already. Chef-sama, I've been waking up in the middle of the night recently because of some strange noises coming from the hall. And every time I investigate, I notice that my umbrella has moved around somehow. Yes, that is the work of a yokai. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed, Speku-san. That is a very weak yokai, and you can get rid of it very easily. It's just make sure when you your umbrella. This is the best way of doing it if you are an amateur and haven't done any harai rituals yourself. All you really need to do is make some tags. You can replicate the ones that I have in my video with Joachim. One should be enough. You can put it on your umbrella and then you cover the ground with salt, vanishing salt. Sea salt works well. And you put it around. Put it around in a circle. Then it won't be able to move. And it will slowly eat away on its power until it leaves on its own. That's how it knows that it's not welcomed. And it will leave. I like Akatsuki Itachi a bit more, but he's awesome overall. So wait, Sephiroth 57 has a video covering yokai? I've been missing out. Yes, that video came out yesterday, so go and check it out. Now, I have some other stuff to talk about. One more topic, but I think we should. I'm gonna look up chat a little bit. What 3 anime would you recommend someone to binging? I must know. My brother and I shall watch it. Hold on for a couple of days. And you will have your answer. Now, what else? Wow, I hang out with the hang out with Seth. Yes, me. Thank you for doing this, Seth-sama. I miss these. Oh, Bimbishi-san. Well, welcome back. Leaked video? No, I don't have any leaked videos. The yokai video came out yesterday. Now, here's a question. Now that you swordlings are here with me live, have all of you swordlings gotten my videos on your feed? This is information that I need to know. Because some swordlings have been missing out on my videos because YouTube isn't sending out the video to them. Kari-san, do yokai exist in countries other than Japan? Yes, they do. I live in the UK, so I never really see them. But on the anime I watch, they're everywhere. What's up with that? Well, the thing is that I have a presence. They don't really show themselves physically, and it's more of a feel. Some people can see them, which is why you see them in anime. But they are around. Yes. Oh. I have been getting notifications for your videos for the last 5 months. Oh, that's super cigar. Well, that's what I suggest that you swordlings do. That's why there is this bell. I was a little bit confused when they introduced that feature, but it seems like just subscribing to someone's channel is not enough to get updated when they upload a new video. Clicking the bell will make sure that you get a notification when there's a new video coming up. Or a stream, like this. So, I suggest that you do it. That way you won't be missing out on videos. Neto-san, I see your streams but not videos, which is weird. Really? Well, Neto-san, do you have notifications on? It's very strange, though. Because I have gotten swordlings who have asked me. Well, 2 of them have seen, wow, you've been uploading videos. I haven't seen a single video from you in the last 6 months, even though I have been uploading, which is very strange. And some of them hadn't even seen anything, and they were wondering if I still made videos. In which I had to redirect them to my channel so they could watch. Hey Seth, do you write haiku? I do sometimes. It's been a while. But it's something I've done in the past. Now I have notifications on. Oh, that's super cigar. Oh, no, you said wait 3 days for the anime recommendation. Oh, yes. You will get an anime recommendation, my swordlings. That's all I'm going to say. A lot of swordlings have been asking about my my tastes in anime and what my favorites are. It's almost as if someone don't want other people to find your videos. That's what I'm wondering. If this is some kind of YouTube. Maybe they have some kind of connection with a certain company, maybe? Could be. Kinnikuman video? I don't have a Kinnikuman video planned. It's been a long time since I read any of it. A very long time. That's a very old anime and manga. Do you think Naruto would beat Goku? Now, current Naruto would definitely hold his own against Goku. That is interesting, but I think that Goku would overall win the fight. I think there are very few anime characters would be able to stand up against Goku. I'm going to start checking regularly now. I'm a self-professed swordling and I haven't seen your videos in a long time. Well, now you have 5 videos to watch. If you haven't seen the last 5 ones, those are they are very sugoi. But just clicking the bell should be enough for you to get a notification. That is guaranteed. It's Goku the Strongest. He is one of the strongest one. He is. Seth, who is the? I don't want to talk about that person. On stream. For those of you who've seen the video, you know. I'm not gonna go over it in this stream. I don't want to bring down the mood. But if you didn't know, then go and check that video out. We had hanging out with Hanshi, but when are we gonna get hanging out with hentai? Well, I'm personally no hentai, but I'm a very respectful, calm, and not perverted person. So probably not. But I would like to do a stream or video that is focused on hentai, most likely a video, because there's a lot of really good ones out there. I went over it a little bit in the anime versus TV video that I did a few years ago. Are you part of the Akatsuki? Raxo-san, this is, well, at the moment I am. So yes, last thing. I might as well, since we're already talking about it. Future plans is the last topic that I have planned. And like I said, it's I have videos planned, a lot of them that I went over in the last update video that I did. Where have I been video? A lot of videos, tons and tons that I have written down. I'm doing editing on my own right now. For reasons, so it takes a little bit longer, and from what it seems like, there are no people out there that edit videos without getting paid. I guess just working with me isn't enough, so they seem to be wanting to get paid for that stuff. So I'm going to work on it alone until, well, a day when someone can do the editing. That day is not now, but in the future when the channel is bigger, then maybe. But the person that did editing before won't be coming back to make to work on videos. That's for sure. Will gamers ever wake up to the fact Nintendo does business with Yakuza, or is the corruption too deep? It's actually starting to. I haven't talked about this that much. People are starting to turn on Nintendo. Now, this is a topic I want to go more in depth a little bit later. But it's finally happening. The years of trying and to change people's minds have been paying off. People are slowly starting to turn their backs towards Nintendo, seeing what they really are. Do you suspect Dave was paid by Nintendo to stop editing? No, I just think he's just he's just brainwashed since birth because of Nintendo, and he is just a broken person who we're not gonna get into that. How many friends do I have? Well, almost 7,000 of them. If you know what I mean. But, yes. Other than videos that I have planned, like I said, fighting streamers, I would be doing at least once a month. So look forward to that. I will make an announcement early on when the stream will be happening. Like with today, this is the last day of the month, which is why I wanted to do this stream. And the streams won't be super long. There will be around 1 to 2 hours, depending. But you can bet it will be at least 1 hour of good information. The less said about Dave and his baka ways, the better. Yes, yes, absolutely. Let's not get into that. Now, I've also gone over in the last update video all the new equipment that I have. This is the new microphone that I have been using. And I also, well, this camera isn't the best. It will have to do for now. You're actually doing good as a YouTuber, I think. I think so. Content-wise, I am doing really well. But for I don't know where all the views are. Where have the views gone? I used to get, this was back when I had around 4,000 subscribers. I had around 2,000 views for every video that came out. Now the videos are struggling to even make 1,000 views per video, and and it's almost up to 7,000 subscribers. So I don't know what's going on. I think a lot of swordlings are not getting the videos. So if you swordlings know of anyone or people that there are swordlings or where swordlings can hang out, remind them that there are Sephiroth Sword 57 is still making videos. Seth, how's the katana? I don't have a katana close to me right now. Most of them are stored away. I usually just use my bokken, which is over by the opening, the door. I won't be getting that right now. But I have it close to me at all times. Would you ever considering making an OnlyFans? The thought have crossed my mind. I do know that I do know about the service, and it sounds interesting. I would have to look into that. Yes, haven't had a single notification of last 4 videos. We'll watch all of them later. See, this is YouTube. YouTube are definitely doing something here. I've contacted them and I even got someone to respond, but they haven't done anything about it, apparently. Have you ever thought about making a video about Japanese lifestyle basics, small things you can change in your everyday life, etc.? Yes, there's a series of videos that will be on Patreon, not Patreon exclusive, but they will be Patreon focused content that will become available to Swordlings at a later date, a few months later, but it will be Super Swording exclusive, and it has something to do with that topic. I have not seen the notifications either. Yes, there's something going on. See? Something is going on. Now, for the last video, 55% of the views are actually from recommendations, which is very that has not happened in a very long time, which is interesting. Yes, I've been thinking about making those short YouTube shorts that could go up on the channel a little now and then. I think that would be fun. Do you have any gamer grease? I don't know what that means. Hypothetically, if you were given an offer to become a HoloLive streamer, what kind of character would you go for? Oh, what a good question. Yes. Now, I would absolutely love to be a HoloLive streamer. A character I would be like. I would definitely be a very cool, design-wise. I wanted to have influence from a lot of my favorites over the years. And my biggest, my dream is to have my character be designed by Kubo Taito. That would be really sugoi. That is my dream. How much money would it take for you to sell close-up pictures of your bare belly? Why would I do that? Why would people want that? Are there people out there like, what? That's fine, I guess. I don't know how to answer your question. Thoughts on Junji Ito? Very sugoi. Incredible artist. I have not been able to read a lot of his stuff because it's so scary. But he is amazing. Go and check him out. What characters did he design? Kubo? Kubo is he's the author of Bleach. He makes some of the best character designs ever. Ben-san, how am I doing? I am doing quite well. I get recommended random community posts, almost always polls from random channels I've never heard of. Maybe there's the ways to advertise yourself. Yes, I have used that quite a bit for the last few videos, but I haven't seen much activity in them at all. Maybe I should just pull up some random polls and stuff, and just make community posts in general. It might be a good idea. Because there's a lot of swordlings that should that are subscribed, that want to see videos, and they don't get any videos. I'm sure that there are a lot of swordlings who haven't seen my videos in a long time, and they've been waiting for me to upload, even though I have. What if people have been waiting for years? I own almost all of English Junji Ito books that have been released. They are all very sugoi. Yes, they are. Can you review Sekiro? I already have. A few years ago. It's up on the channel. It's yeah. See? That is YouTube. That's YouTube again. Have you thought about making some YouTube short videos? Yes. Now, I am more of a long-formed and informative kind of content creator, so I don't really know how those shorts work, or for example, or TikTok for that matter. Not really sure how that website works. How to make videos, or why you would watch those videos to begin with. I don't really understand that audience. What is the point? And all the videos I've seen on there have been garbage. So, maybe I could be the first one to upload a good video on there, is what I've been thinking. Joe-san, konnichiwa to you too. Would you ever consider some gamer recipe videos, or perhaps snacks? I have a, well, let's just say, I've been thinking about doing something relating to cooking. It's not something I can do at the moment. I don't have a good enough budget for that. The same with the stuff like snacks. If I do reviews of or try out different snacks, that's something I've been thinking about. But that's something for the future, once I have a better, well, a better budget. For now, I can only focus on stuff like reviews and stuff like that. Anything that uses, well, you would, how do you call it, erasable props. That's a little out of my budget at the moment. I would look forward to a short AMV video from Seth-sama. That would be amazing. That's a good idea. Metaru-san. By the way, welcome. Kuni-san, Chef-sama, what are your thoughts on Toshi? Oh, Nago. Yes. Well, it's a bit unfortunate. But well, we should support Nagoshi-san. And yes. We should look forward to what he brings us in the future. I must be off, fellow sword. Oh, Omi-san. Arigato for the 1,000 yen. Really, Sugoi. By the way, that notification you see is based on Shinto shrines. You know, when you go and give a donation, and then you pray for good luck. That is what that is based on. Arigato, Omi-san. Try all the different Japanese Pepsi flavors. Yes, something like that. I would love to. Oh wait, there we go. Yes, I would love to try a bunch of different Japanese flavors of stuff that I like. It would be really sugoi. Chef-sama, I made a short video, and it's my worst video I've ever made, but it got 1 million views. I put a lot of hard work into my longer content, but YouTube prefers short attention span style. Really? Maybe I should make a few shorts then. Sounds like a good idea. They will mostly be to attract people to the channel so they can watch my good content. But I would if I ever make short content, I want that short content to be good as well. Since most of those videos are really garbage. Chef-sama, would you ever play Speedrun 4 on Roblox? No, I've seen what that game is, if you can call it that even. No, I wouldn't touch that. Oh, Kenny-san. Welcome to the stream. Nice to hear you streaming. Hoping Joachim get over his depression curse. Yes, I did the Hari ritual. I even gave you some tips on how it works a few weeks ago. In the comment section, I replied to one of your comments, and you can see there in a more in-depth how it works. And but I talked to Joachim earlier today, and it seems like he's doing better. It can take a couple of days before it actually you actually feel any difference. Usually you can feel a difference, more like it feels like there's like a weight that gets removed from you. But it might take a little bit before it disappears. It slowly goes away for the next couple of days. What's your thought on terrorism? Well, it's not very good, is it? It's not good. Oh, that reminds me. Yes. Like I said, Trump-san. Good evening to you too. Konbanwa. Yes, that's right, Vomi-san. Exactly. I must say, I love your outfit today. Oh, arigato. Yes. So I went with the Akatsuki robe and one of my purple shirts that I have. You can't really see the purple too well in the camera, but it's there. And well, it's I really like this outfit. It was difficult for me to see the presence of those demons vanish. Is there any way for me to get more in tune to the Japanese spirits? Yes, practice Shinto. Just go and look up Shinto and you will become closer to it and understand it more. Just perform some rituals, meditate. Even if you don't have any yokai or suspect any yokai activity at home, doing the ritual will make yourself go be more in tune with that type of with that world. Hey Chef, good evening. Konbanwa to you too. Welcome. I tried to carrying around a keychain I've had for over 20 years. I'm fairly certain it's carrying a Tsukumogami at this point. It always brings me good luck. Oh, that sounds great. Oh, that's nice. Well, some of you might know, but some yokais aren't as terrible as others. I mentioned that in the video with Joachim. Is that there are some lesser yokais that are just more like pranksters, and like for example the Tengu. He probably will just he would maybe move around stuff in your apartment, small stuff like that aren't they don't really cause too much harm. So but if you want them to vanish as well, you could. You could get friendly with some of them. Those some of them aren't too bad. But there's a lot of really evil and very menacing, scary ones out there. What is my favorite Persona? Persona 5. One of the best games ever made, and the best game of 2017. Any Fedora merch, Chef? I would like to, but that is something that actually doesn't work that well, because you need to have. For me, I would have to become a bigger channel. And then come in contact with some people and have some a partnership going on where they can create fedoras. I would love to have my own brand that I could sell to swordlings. And the same goes with all merch. By the way, you can get some Sephiroth Sword 57 merch. There's a link in the description. Currently, they are pretty good from what I've heard from swordlings who have been buying them. Kasadokuro. Yes, that is very, very scary. That's right. Oh, Neto-chan. Yes, you should look out for, and if you can't see them, a lot of people can't see them. I sometimes see them, but since I don't live in Japanese culture and in Shinto, this is one of the reasons I want to move to Japan, so I can get closer to my spiritual Shinto side. Then I would be able to notice them anywhere. Ever thought about opening a P.O. box? That would be fun to send you fan mail. Yes, I have, and it's up as a goal on the Patreon. As it is right now, the Patreon is probably the best way to support me. YouTube take a huge cut from donations and if you become a member. And I have goals set up right there. Having a P.O. box is really expensive. Last time I checked, it was between $500 to $600 a month. That is because in my area it's not very common to have a P.O. box, especially not for someone who is privately owned. If I was a company, it would be different. But they're very, very expensive to have. But it is something that I really want to have in the future. But if you want to support the Sephiroth Sword 57 channel directly, the Patreon is the best way. You can become a Super Swordling to get a few exclusive stuffs on there. All the posts on there are for Super Swordlings. But if you just want to contribute without getting any rewards, you can do that as well. There is a tier for that. Would you ever considering covering Kusoge? Well, considering I've been playing Dark Souls games, I have already, haven't I? I thought about discussing the Densetsu no Kusoge, known as Hoshi no Miro Hito, for the Nintendo Famicom, but most people don't survive it. I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of that. Is it a game? Well, it says Nintendo, so I assume so. Oh. Well, I have been thinking about I do enjoy, so I don't like having to play bad games like I've done in the past a lot of times. But I do enjoy covering them for the channel because I think it's really important to share objective knowledge so that people will know if something is bad. Because some people are easily manipulated into thinking something is good. Like FromSoft and Nintendo games. And most Western games in general. So it's just something that I feel is necessary and I enjoy doing. Even if I have to play bad games. I got a hoodie and a mug. Yes, those are available on the store. That is in the description. There's also t-shirts. There's also pants. My two biggest things that I want to make are, like we said before, fedoras, but also hakama, which are wide Japanese pants used for just casual everyday, or in some martial arts, since you can move so easily in them. That is what I want for the future. I would love to have hakama as merch in my store. Do you have a favorite persona user slash demon you like using during the games? On Persona, I do like a lot of them. It's hard to choose. Berusubabu is a classic, uh, great design, and a great demon. Overall, I like many of them. But I go with that for now. That's really a shame. I didn't know it was that expensive. Fight on. I would look into the Patreon. Oh, arigato. Yes, it is. I think it's mostly because of the area where I live in. But if I lived maybe in Stockholm, it would be different. But I live in a city a bit north of Stockholm, so and there's not a lot, if any, YouTubers or even content creator. There's some Baka streamer that is also from my town. I've seen him a couple of times. He plays bad games like Dark Souls. I think he's called like Elias or something like that. He's from I've seen him a lot of times. Not his streams, but other than that, I don't think there's any people around for that kind of stuff. It's only companies that have those PO boxes. But I would like to have one, because I would like for Swordlings to be able to send in stuff. That would be super sugoi. Sef-sama, how was your last trip to Nihon, and how does it compare to where you live now? Well, where I live now is pretty okay. It's not bad, but it's nowhere close to Nihon, Japan. I consider that my home country and my home. I felt it the first time I was there, and I'm going to move there in the future. It was really sugoi. I was there with my parents too, and we had a great time. Sef-sama, what are your thoughts on the game Catherine? I have played it a little bit, and it's really fun. But it's been a while since I played it. I would like to go back to playing that. There's so many games that has been released the last couple of years, or even the last 10 years. There's a lot. I understand, Gary-san. Yes, I understand most people would feel that way about something like Dark Souls. It is very terrible, and it's good that you're staying away from that. It's a Famicom RPG made in a single month by one person. The first town is invisible on the overworld, and buying the first weapon makes you do less damage than your bare fists. It makes Dark Souls look like Final Fantasy VII. Oh wow. Okay. Is it that bad? Is it worse than Dark Souls even? Sounds like a truly... really does sound like a true kusoge. I'ma head to bed, Sef-sama. Good luck with the rest of the stream. Sayonara for now. Osigurd-san, arigato for watching the stream. Have a good night, evening, morning, or day. I would love to see you review the game in the future. Which game? Hi Seth, do you think that Netflix does a decent job with its collection of anime? Do you have Netflix, or would you recommend it as a way to get into anime? Well, Netflix do have exclusive anime, like Baki, for example, which is very sugoi. When it comes to older anime that they have claimed that is on there, I can't really speak of that. I only watch the exclusive stuff. And also well, how do I say it? The collection that they have are different for each region, so it's hard to say. I do know that Japanese Netflix is superior when it comes to anime. Is Netflix better than Crunchyroll? No, it's not. Thoughts on the live-action Cowboy Bebop? It seems like a waste of effort to me. Cowboy Bebop already exists. Why remake it? Yes, I don't understand that. And why Cowboy Bebop of everything? Couldn't they have picked something that's actually good? It's strange. It's they could have chosen something else, but even then it would still be awful. Why would people want to watch live action when there already is a superior anime version? That is very strange. There are also good Japanese live action movies based on anime, and they're great. A lot of them are good. Not as good as the anime, but still great and fun. But any time non-Japanese people try and touch anime to make live action, it's always awful. Chef-sama, would you be willing to honor us with a butt of Swedish? I've never heard you speak it. Oh, are you asking if I could speak some Swedish? I did in one of my videos. You probably haven't seen it. It's a very old video. I will. Konbanwa allihopa. Och välkommen till min stream. Well, there you have it. I can also say something like jag älskar japansk kultur och jag älskar japansk matcha tea och oolong tea. Det är väldigt gott. There you have it. Thoughts on Genshin Impact, Chef-sama? It has a very, well, how do I say? It has a lot of connections to Japanese anime and Jrpgs. The problem is that it is made by, well, a company from a very, how do I say this? Baka country. There's that. So, as it is right now, when it came out, I didn't have much against it, but I'm not supporting that stuff now. Not anymore. Not after all the stuff that has happened. I went to a bachelor party this weekend and some people asked why I said really amazing all the time. I told them all about Yusef. Should have some new fans soon. Oh, Rainbeach-san, arigato, that sounds great. Yes, did you show them my channel? That sounds great. You have mentioned Yashigani in the past. Would you consider reviewing embarrassingly unfinished anime like Musashi Gando in the future? Musashi Gando. Wow, that is quite the mess, isn't it? I've never actually thought about reviewing anime. I have talked about anime in the past. It's a very, and I'm sure you know quite a bit about this, Kenny-san. Anything that has to do with anime and, well, content creating, making YouTube videos can be a real mess. So it's something that I have to think about. I do like to talk about anime. Like in a couple of days, you will be getting something that has to do with anime. Look forward to that, at least. But when it comes to reviews, I'm not really sure how to tackle that. And I want it to be something unique and interesting. And I feel like most people that had... I've had a couple of ideas for what I wanted to do in the past. But some people have already done videos like the stuff that I want to do. So it's something that I've it's something I'm gonna think about, but it's definitely been on my mind. Definitely. And Musashi Gando, I mentioned, I believe it was in the Sekiro video. I've talked about it. How do we stop the Netflix gaijin from tarnishing anime? I don't know. They're really baka. At least we got we have started to get the shipping away at Nintendo. That has started. Stuff has started happening there, at least. Got off of work. Speaking of work, what is your favorite job class in Jrpgs? Oh, Fox-san, welcome. My favorite job. Well, when I think of jobs, I think of Final Fantasy. And my two favorite jobs in Final Fantasy has been Blue Mage and Dragoon. Those have been my favorites in favorite jobs in Final Fantasy. And they also have some of my favorite characters in Final Fantasy. Like for example, Sid in Final Fantasy VII, great character. He is considered a dragoon in a way. Freya from Final Fantasy IX, really great character. They're really cool. Great job. Sef-sama, what are your thoughts on Bao, the Visitor? A few months ago, I watched the OVA after I read the manga. I thought it was pretty good for such a short series. Yes, that is Araki-san's work, right? I watched the OVA a long time ago. It must have been 2002 or 2003, around there, before I got into JoJo. It's for those of you who don't know, Bao is made by Hirohiko Araki, who also made JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or JoJo no Kimi no Boken. and it's good. Yes, the manga is short. It's enjoyable. He made it before JoJo, so it's quite old, and it holds up really well. It's really unique and really cool. The OVA is also gorgeous. Completely understandable. I'm getting increasingly. It's getting increasingly difficult to use clips from shows on YouTube. If I ever cover some PS1 RPGs, I'll let you know. By the way, played Breath of Fire 3. Of course, Breath of Fire 3 is a classic. Both 3 and 4 are great games. And you certainly should check it out, if you haven't. PlayStation 1 RPGs in general, are very, very good. Starting off, I believe the first JRPG that I played that was early PlayStation. Of course, Final Fantasy VII was my first true JRPG. Hold on. But I also played Beyond the Beyond because Joachim showed it to me back in the day. That must have been that was 97. Yes, 97 or 98. I believe it was 97. And he showed it to me and said, "This is kind of like Final Fantasy VII." He said, because we didn't know about JRPGs. So that's when we started discovering that there was a whole genre of them. We both got a copy of Suikoden on PlayStation. We got it for $10 each because it was on sale. Really cheap and a really good deal. Because they were selling out. I guess it didn't sell too well here in Europe. Or at least in Sweden. In that store. So it was on sale. It was in one of those bargain bins. Which was really, really interesting. That it was so cheap, and now it's really expensive to get that game. It's a very rare game. Unfortunately, I don't own it anymore because I had to sell my PlayStation collection a couple of years back. I had to keep some of my precious games that I have good memories of, but some of them I had to sell. Anyway. But yes, Kenny-san, if you're ever covering PlayStation 1 games, let me know. I am an expert on that field. And I would gladly help out if you need any help. Thoughts on Terranigma on the SNES? No, I don't know what that is. But let's see. Seth-sama, what are your thoughts on the Boruto anime/manga? Great. It's so great to see the Naruto universe gets expanded upon and continued on. It's really great. I will talk a little bit more about it soon. So keep your eyes on the channel. Should I start on the JoJo anime or manga first? The anime is really good. It depends on what you prefer. If you want to get closer to the Hirohiko Aragi's original art and his intent, then I suggest reading the manga. The anime is a great adaptation of the manga. It has great voice actors, and it has really great music, and the animation is cool. It has a really interesting art style, and it does something unique too with the colors. So I would suggest. I notice you barely have games now besides your two most favorite ones. Yes, I have more games, but I haven't been able to put them up. I wanted to put up some games on the shelf, just to have something. Terranigma is a great SNES action RPG. I really recommend it. Is it released on something else? Because I wouldn't like to play on a Super Nintendo if I. There's so many great. Like for example, the early Dragon Quest games. Early Dragon Quest games are really. It's really unfortunate that they've only was available on Baka Nintendo consoles for so long, and they were forced to same with Final Fantasy, they were forced to release them on garbage systems that probably hindered the games from being true masterpieces as well. Especially when you look at Final Fantasy 1 compared to Phantasy Star, and you will see what I mean. Master System was way more capable of doing JRPGs, but for some reason Square had to settle with Nintendo. They had really awful contracts too. They were probably forced to release it on there, because Nintendo had this weird thing where they had to pay a license fee and they couldn't release games on other systems, which is awful. They don't do that anymore, but that mentality still persists in Nintendo to this day. If they could do it, they would still do it. And of course, I'll let you know if I do Breath of Fire 3 video. I'm trying to track down a VHS recording of the commercials, which are of course anime. Oh, that sounds really good. Wow, that sounds like a great idea. Yes, you do a lot of VHS coverage on your channel. If you Swordlings haven't checked out Kenny-san's videos, by the way, you definitely should. He does a lot of anime content. Yes. So that's really fun. There aren't a lot of YouTubers that I watch nowadays, so it's good to see some other good content creators out there. Games are unfortunately extremely expensive to produce. Sometimes companies, just to make sure as many people can enjoy their products, sign with horrid companies. Yes, sometimes they don't have a choice. Sometimes small companies, especially back in the 80s, didn't have much choice. Now there were also bigger companies, like for example, I would say the biggest companies in the 80s were probably Square. Square was getting up there. Square wasn't great, but Enix were pretty big because of Dragon Quest, and of course Capcom and Konami were a little bit step above. I think Square Enix got, or Squaresoft, before they were Square Enix, I think they got better. They got more popular towards the 90s. And also the another one big one was Nihon Falcom was really big in the 80s. I would say they were the biggest PC game makers. They made games for computers such as the PC-88 and the PC-98. I want to get one of those because they have a lot of games. They have a lot of exclusive games and also that's where the Run series started. if you didn't know, a lot of visual novels started. The Toho franchise started on the PC 98. It's a great and of course Ease and the Dragon Slayer and those games by Neon Falcon. Some great games. Xanadu as well. That was a great time. That must have been the best time for PC gaming because they were made to play games. They were game-focused computers. It's not like today where computers are used to do work and nothing else, and somehow people find a way to play games on them. But it is interesting to see that once the computers were mainly for playing games, at least in Japan. And there were computers like that. Really interesting. Oh, Kenny-san. Well, arigato for watching. Have a good night. Konbanwa, and have a good night. I know you dealt with harsh costs just to make your game. Luckily, you had the foresight to avoid such companies like... Yes. I am glad well, I got contacted at least by one of my favorite companies. I can't go into detail about that. When I made the game, unfortunately didn't reach the goal like we talked about. I might do something with the concept and all the writing I've done with the story. I might incorporate that into something else I'm working on. If I don't make a game out of it, you will see. May you find even weirder anime, Kenny. There are a lot of old, interesting anime that was released back in the day that nobody really saw. So that it's interesting. Now, my swordlings, I will be live for a little bit longer, but the stream will end in a little bit. If you swordlings have any questions, let me know. And once the stream is over, I suggest you go and check out the beginning of the stream. Some of you swordlings that were there in the beginning, you will know what I'm talking about. Oh yes, I missed that question. Do you plan on doing a collaboration with Dave Pretendo? No, I don't talk to that person anymore. I thought he was. I thought he was. He's not who I thought he was. Let's just put it that way. Maybe we'll see. Even if we get along, I won't allow him back on the to work on anything on the channel. Not after what happened. What was the worst anime you've seen so far? Well, there are some that are just bad and that weren't finished, but that's not very fair. When it comes to something that is being watched that was completed and that had a lot of work put into it, well, let's just save that talk for keep an eye out on the channel and for the next couple of days, and you will know. you will get an answer to that question. But yes, for all the swordlings that have showed up today, I've gotten a lot of Kifu donations this stream, which is really cool. So I got to show off the new alert for that, which I am really happy about. And a bunch of other things I should go over. That's over here. Fighting streamers will continue on in the future. At least one stream a month, maybe two. It depends. It depends how things are going. Once a week was too much. It wasn't really enough to... there was just too much, so I couldn't really work on videos properly. Especially since I had to juggle my work as well as making videos and coming up with streams to do and prepare for that. It was a lot of work. Especially since I did a lot of other stuff like Hangout with the Hanshi, because this is no problem. New videos, yes. There are currently 5 videos that I made since I came back on YouTube 2 months ago. 5 videos that if you haven't seen them, you should go and check them out. And there's also, well, when it comes to future plans, I have a lot of videos planned, a lot of ideas. Some of them I can't do to budget restrictions, but most of them are good ideas that I want to do. And Gaiden will continue someday, once the budget is enough for it. Did you play Final Fantasy XIV? I have personally not played it, but I've seen a lot from it. When it was released, I didn't have time to play it, unfortunately. So it didn't really. I haven't gotten into it, but that's something I want to do in the future. And thoughts on Neon Genesis Evangelion. It is super sugoi, classic, and they also released a lot of content over the years since. It is truly a classic. I enjoyed it back in the day. It's very cool fights in it. There's some kawaii females in it that are also really, really good. I'm sure all you swordlings know about that though. And yes, it's good. It's great. Now, let's see. Yes, I think it's time to wrap up the stream, my swordlings. But this was great. It was great catching up with all you swordlings. Really sugoi. And if there are any, if there are any swordlings out there that I've heard that the World of Warcraft community finally admitted that Final Fantasy XIV is an objectively better game. About time. Yes. I'm sure there's a couple of them that still aren't convinced, but they will be convinced soon enough, I think. Yes, arigato for watching, my swordlings. This is the end of the stream. But have a good night, evening, morning, or day. And I will see you swordlings on the next, video. Moshi mosh!